morning, everyone. So I'm on my way out to feed the chickens, let them out, and do everything else you do on a farm. Oops, must have dropped the phone. We're about week 2.5 with the Wallaby, and so far I'm still sticking to believing that they belong outside. We love having him inside. We love being able to play with him and hang out. But I think that when you get slightly distracted, that's when he's going to bounce on your head. My fiance is starting to get to the point where he's worried that, we're not going to be paying attention just for a split second, and he'll poke somebody's eye out, and so having him inside is very, very difficult. So we are still going to continue to build him an enclosure outside. We are getting married very, very soon. We have people starting to show up next week. So that is going to have to wait until after the wedding. But for now, we just kind of keep him in the bathroom overnight. He is out the majority of the day, unless he needs to go in for a nap. But we typically will have him out with us on the farm when we're doing stuff. And right now, I'm actually doing this by myself. I decided to leave him in the bathroom for now. We've got paint stuff everywhere in the house. We've got everything pulled out away from the walls. We got some tarps and blankets down, so it's kind of a mess. So it's a little bit safer for him to not be in there. And my fiance is doing something today, so I figured it would just be easier for everyone just to leave him in there. I'll probably take him out a little bit later, but it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I don't think having kids in a Wallaby is a very good idea. And like I said, we plan on having kids soon. I'm not going to be rehoming him. At least that's what I'm saying right now. But if he continues to keep jumping on us and slashing into our faces, and that gets to a point where you don't want to keep doing it. It gets old. I'm covered in bruises. I'm covered in scratches. And he's precious. I adore him. Absolutely adore him. But I can see why now the people with this small child rehomed him to me. It makes sense. But I don't want to always talk bad about them, because they are so cute. They are so fun. They're very affectionate. He always, anytime he misses me, you can tell because he's bear hugging me, but they are a lot of work, and having him outside in a really big, awesome enclosure where he can run around will be great. And then when we can give him the time of day, we'll bring him in the house. When we've got company over, we'll bring him in and let them play with him. And but I just don't think an indoor Wallaby is a 24/7 Wallaby indoor is not a good idea. And when you do go to the people who are successful in breeding them and carrying them constantly around, they do have outside enclosures that they go to and stay in, and they get to come inside a few hours of the day while the people have the time to give. But it's been an interesting few weeks, to say the very least. And they are very, very flighty, so we keep them on a harness. On one of my Facebook pages, I had a woman actually rip into me for putting him into a harness, which I found rather amusing, because everywhere I've been where there's been Wallabies, they've been on harnesses. I don't see anything wrong with that. As far as I'm concerned, it loops around their stomach area, their midsection, and their shoulders, which securely keeps them safe, unlike a collar that would snap their neck in a hasty movement, and that is something they do tend to do. I've heard that they can be so flighty that they'll run, bolt off, and hello, Corona. Hello. This is our Anatolian. She keeps the farm safe, one of a couple. Wallaby does great with all the animals. I'm really big on keeping all my animals very mixed in together, so everybody gets along. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go feed my chicks now, but yeah, they belong outside. They can run so fast that they'll run into something that's not their necks. So it's a lot of work, which I don't mind. I don't mind the work, none of it. I understand that they're wild, they're exotic, you're bringing a wild animal in the home. They're not just a cute, fluffy animal, which I knew going into it. So again, it's not something I'm too shocked over, but I feel like putting this out on the internet is good for people to become educated, because you might look at one and be like, oh my god, how cute, how small, right? No, they're crazy, they're hyper. They will jump on your head. They will attempt, if they miss it, they're sliding down your face with their massive claws. I mean, it's not, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. So, if you want something cute and cuddly, I would probably suggest something else. You can't just go and get these animals when they're little and then realize later, oh, I guess, they are kind of wild and crazy, and then go and rehome them. You just don't get them. Or become friends with somebody who's got them, or go to zoos more often. Figure it out, but don't get a baby just to rehome it because it's cute at the time. I mean, that doesn't do any good for anybody. Yes, there's in the States breeding programs, but I mean, where do they come from? They're being captured and brought in. So you need to be a little bit responsible and not selfish. You can't be selfish, because it's not just about you and your feelings. It's about the animal and its well-being. So, yep, that's today's Wallaby session 2.0. All right, y'all. I have farm work to do. Y'all have a good day.